or just holding him in the big family room chair, watching his soft face drift off to sleep. She didn't mind when Dennis did this, but she always called back. And when she did, it almost always guaranteed that the next few hours belonged to digital learnings. Not anymore. Dennis already seemed happier with the new arrangement. Tonight at dinner, he was more talkative than usual, even charming to her coworkers. At 32, he had retained a youthful handsomeness and stayed in shape, even as his face sagged a little, drooped even, and his fabulous head of hair thinned with slow-motion menace. His new glasses gave him the look of a thoughtful professor. She'd picked them out and convinced him they were hip. Originally, he wasn't looking for hip. He wanted something similar to the wide frames he'd worn ever since high school. Anita knew he was nervous about his new responsibilities as sole provider. She knew it would cut into his seedy shopping sprees and box seats at Pac-Bell Park, but he would be getting a lot more in return. Anita looked forward to cooking real dinners, surprising Dennis with exotic recipes. No more carry-out, microwave meals, or frozen pizzas. She would make sure he appreciated her stay-at-home status, even if her coworkers made her feel guilty. "I would like to propose a toast," Maggie declared during dinner, "to Anita's early retirement." Chuckles, smiles, clinking glasses. As the wine flowed, the words became sloppier and more sentimental. "I just want to thank you for being an amazing person," Liz told her, following up with such a laundry list of glowing qualities that Anita wondered if it was part of a scheme to make her feel bad for leaving. "I will miss your tenaciousness and incredible focus," said Mita. "But most of all, I will miss your sense of humor. Who's going to crack us up? You were the one who could always cut through the crap. You put things in perspective." The group promised to stay in touch. How can you go from spending 60 hours a week together to 0? "Come and visit when you're in the area," they implored her. "We promise not to give you any work." Their joking was laced with apprehension. "I want to thank you for increasing my client load," Mita remarked. "You know, there were still those 4 hours of sleep that I could turn into billable hours." Anita had given Maggie 6 weeks' notice, and Maggie had promised the others that someone would be brought on board to replace her, but, no surprise, it hadn't happened yet. Not even a single interview. If it took away from client time, it was hard to find a slot in Maggie's overstuffed calendar. "To replace Anita, we're going to have to hire 2 or 3 people," Maggie had said. It wasn't a bad idea. The small company was seriously understaffed, and not because of money. Digital Learnings was bringing in more revenue every month, making its name well known in the interactive textbook field, winning its first slew of industry awards and getting great write-ups in technical publications. Maggie just couldn't get around to expanding the staff, and her staff suffered for it. If it was suffering, some of them appeared to feed off the chaos and crushing workload. It made them feel important. But not Anita. Tim made her feel important. Tim always made her day. His little reactions to her, the way Anita could bring out a smile, the giggles, the wide-eyed wonder. She wanted to be the center of his universe again, like the week she had stayed home with him after he was born. In recent months, Anita had become worried that Tim was growing up thinking the nanny Pam was his mommy. He certainly saw more of Pam than anyone else. Lately, Anita had been more like an occasional visitor, some lady who shared time with him on the weekends, but otherwise appeared to be a sporadic glimpse in the morning or at bedtime. On some nights, being careful not to wake him, Anita brought Tim into her bed in a feeble effort to spend more time with him. Now, more than ever, she wanted to be part of his days. His personality was developing, his curiosity was expanding, his vocabulary was growing. He wasn't the passive, anonymous, sleep, cry, poop machine anymore. He was quickly becoming a little person. It still hurt Anita that Tim's first